right, back from the beach, ready to work, but it's Friday, so it's just one day, right? Love it. I'm Ryan Ripley. That's Todd Miller. We are professional Scrum trainers with Scrum.org. We get together each and every day to talk about Scrum on the Your Daily Scrum podcast. So this is the show that's all about you, dear listener, your questions, your comments, your general opinions about Scrum. We take them, dissect them, and work on helping you understand Scrum just a little bit better each and every day. Be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a video. Check out the description. It's got information about Todd and I, the book we wrote called Fixing Your Scrum, the classes we teach through scrum.org, and a whole bunch of other stuff in there. Even talks about our free Scrum Framework course, our free EBM course. Lots of great stuff on the channel, which I'm sure you know about. But like and subscribe so you never miss a thing. Todd, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Hey, man, it's been a good week. I've been relaxing and hanging out at the beach and doing a little bit of work here and there. So I'm in a good place.
Been to the beach. I want to go to the beach. I'll be at the beach next weekend. I'm going to be in Boston next weekend.
There you go. I'm like 15 minutes, 20 minutes from the Dunes National Park. So
that's sweet. I'm like, it takes me a little bit to get to the Atlantic, but I'm not that far from it.
Well, and let's be clear, the beach is Lake Michigan. It's not the ocean. It's a lake beach, but it's still pretty cool. All right, Todd, we're doing.
I take it right now. It's like 90 degrees here.
Oh, it worked. Oh, we had a great time. Top 10 rewind. Does a Scrum Master need technical skills? This is the next one we're working on. What's the data, Mr. Miller?
Yeah, interesting that this was one of our longer Your Daily Scrums. So I think it was like 10 or so minutes. We had 6,500K in views, 243 likes, 42 comments. So lots of comments on this one. We recorded it on February 10th of 2021. So 4 days prior to Valentine's Day on February 2021. So that's the data.
You know, as I think about this one, I guess maybe it's just where I'm at now. I really think it's important that Scrum Masters kind of stay in their lane. I think we've seen teams present, past, we'll probably see it in the future, where people kind of forget what accountability they're fulfilling, and it leads to confusion. You know, developers want to be stakeholders, product owners want to be developers, Scrum Masters want to develop and be a stakeholder and be a manager and be a director. And it just leads to weirdness. And I think technical skills kind of give the Scrum Master almost this temptation to jump in and start solutioning as if they were also a developer. And it kind of gets weird, doesn't it, Todd, when these roles and these accountabilities get blurred?
Yeah. And that's what's really hard about being a Scrum Master and a developer, which we see a lot of organizations do, is what point do you put your developer hat on and what point do you have your Scrum Master hat on? And I've done that. I've done it several times, and it's very difficult. And one of those at some point is going to be sacrificed. At some point, you're either going to veer away from Scrum and not uphold it as a Scrum Master, or at one point you might veer away from quality just to get something done. I'm not really sure if that's a great example or not as a developer. So I think the way that we landed on it last time is that it can help and it can hurt. I think maybe the way we're landing on it this time is that the accountabilities are there and very clear and explicit for a very, very good reason. They're different mindsets.
I would shift towards no. I think I'm leaning. I mean, I think this is a question where if we look at this next year, it might shift, because I think this one is where the needle's moving a bit. And I think it also depends on how you define technology or technical skills, right? So if you consider liberating structures or facilitation to be a technology, which some people do, they believe that those techniques are technical skills, like the skill of facilitation could be a technical craft, or then yes, the answer is yes. And the semantic list, all of the semantics and all that, yeah, you win. But if we're talking about, does a Scrum Master need a mechanical engineering degree or a CS degree, computer science for those outside the US? Todd, I'm going to say no. You don't need it. Not required. One star, do not recommend.
I think it's fair. Yeah, I think it's fair. I think it could definitely really hinder, because one of the things that you need to do as a Scrum Master is refrain from solving. And It's really hard to do that, especially when you see a team floundering with a decision, and you might be more inclined with those skills to jump in and make a decision on it. So,
Well, and I think you've got a great talk rant idea. I'm not sure how you've categorized it on popping the Scrum bubble. And how much harder is it to pop the Scrum bubble if you're in the weeds on the tech? I mean, you're going to be, it's like a tractor beam back in, I'm stuck on the new Obi-Wan. So I'm thinking about tractor beams and lightsabers, but you're going to get pulled back into this working with the team, and you got to get out of that. I just, all I see are, I think I've shifted since last time we talked about this. I'm just going to say, no, don't need it. And if you have them, forget them. If you've got the skills, don't use them. Right. There's plenty of Scrum Master centric things that you need to be amazing at, and tech's not one of them.
Yeah. Do you want to be a Scrum Master, or do you want to be a developer?
It's a great question. You know, it's one that
only you can choose.
We've both had to have this discussion with executives, right? Where a developer got promoted into leadership, and we've both had to sit people down and say, look, are you a dev or are you an executive? And if you're an executive, we're going to shut off your Git access. And if you're a dev, we're going to take away the key to the executive washroom. Which one are you losing here? And it's a tough, I think Scrum Masters have to do the same thing. It's like, wow, am I a dev or am I a Scrum Master? And if I'm going to be a dev, then I need to stop these Scrum Master activities and hand them off to someone interested in doing that. And if I'm a Scrum, even if I'm going to be a Scrum Master, maybe my access to GitHub needs to be shut off too. Or at least bare minimum read only, right? No commits. If you need to put those things in place, maybe that's a good thing too.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts there, Mr. Miller?
Not really. Yeah.
Should we spoil the last episode? We won't do it. No spoilers. No spoilers.
Yeah. Which I'm finally caught up on.
We better hit the end screen before people get mad.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't believe it.
Go ahead, Todd.
Just kidding. I was just
yeah. Can you believe that guy died? Oh, wait. Like and subscribe. Never miss an episode. Check out the socials. Some videos are going to pop up. It's our free Scrum Framework course and our free EBM course. Don't tell anybody, but people are using those courses to get their Scrum.org certifications. It works. It's awesome. Check those out. Some merch is going to pop up. We got hoodies and cups and all sorts of cool things. Chat in the comments. Let us know what you think about this. Have we missed the ball? Do you need tech skills? Let us know how they've helped you. For Todd and Ryan, go forward, do some great Scrum things. Stay in your lanes. Serve as described in the Scrum Guide. Do what your teams need to deliver. And we'll see you tomorrow.